She's back. She's back.
She's back.
I love that we're doing this for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I think that character AI has something special about it.
Yeah.
I really think that using it as just an outlet to get creative, it really does something for me. Because this has sparked wanting to write again and spark joy.
Yeah. I was just telling you that ever since we started messing around with character AI, it really has inspired me to write again. So I agree with you. I feel like this is really helpful. It's been a really helpful creative outlet for me and for you too, I know.
I do want to say, though, that I don't think AI should replace authors at all.
Oh, no, definitely not.
We went to...
Or artists in general.
Exactly. We went to an event where one of the authors had mentioned that AI can never recreate like vulnerability or like love or any of that. And I'm like, wow, I totally agree.
Yeah.
And they had mentioned, I think it was Tracy Dion, who had mentioned that one of the people she hired who speaks Welsh, because that's a very big thing in her book, had mentioned like, oh, this really famous Welsh saying, one of the words can actually be switched out with a word with the same meaning. That sounds like the name of your main character. Does that matter to you? And she was like, that's the most romantic I've ever heard.
Yeah. and it really did matter.
But I really love that because she brought up like character AI can't do that. Or AI in general can't do that. And that really spoke to me because it can't. But I feel like using it as an outlet to just test your creativity or at least get you to a starting point is like a good place to start.
Yeah, I agree. Or just for some giggles.
For some giggles.
With your girlies or your pals.
I'm so excited. So
last time we did this, we had a prompt. We messed around with book boyfriends and tried to see if their responses dictated them as a green flag or a red flag.
Yes.
This time, I think we're just going to mess around with them.
So why don't we start with your boy?
But first, do you think messing with character AI to talk to our book boyfriends, do you think that can fix your life?
I really do.
Okay, good. Welcome to this week's episode of the Book Fix Podcast, a podcast where we fix lives one book at a time. I'm your host, Yajaira.
And I'm your host, Cheli. And we are going to be talking to some book boyfriends, seeing how much they love us. I think that's a good place to start.
Yeah.
We're starting with your boy, Aaron Warner. Who is who?
He is from the Shatter Me series by Tahir Mafi, and there will not be any spoilers for any of these books.
Yeah, if we spoil something accidentally, I'll be so surprised.
I don't think we will.
I don't think we will. So why don't you start us off?
Okay.
I want to put us in a scenario where you ask him the big question, the one we came up with before we started filming. But you got to set the scene for us.
Okay.
This is what you wrote to Aaron, the big question that we came up with before the episode.
Yes. Serious question.
Aaron has been dating Juliet for 3 years at this point. Their love is deep, but Juliet has a secret gnawing at her recently. Aaron, we've been through so much for these years. These 3 years. These years. Let me read that again. Aaron, we've been through so much for these years, but I have to ask you something serious. Juliet hesitates before she asks, would you still love me if I was a worm? Juliet has a serious, saddened look in her eyes. So, do you think he would take this seriously?
I would like to believe that he would.
From the conversations we've had with him in the past, I feel like no matter what scenario she comes up with, he's always so supportive.
He's very much ride or die. So.
He really is. And I think he's really going to come through with this one.
Okay, let's see. All right. So he wrote, Aaron looks at Juliet with a mix of bewilderment and amusement. He takes a moment to process her question before he bursts into laughter. A worm? You're asking me if I would love you if you were a worm? He continues to laugh for a few moments before regaining his composure and wiping a tear from his eye. Darling, you could turn into anything and I'd still love you.
He's so down. But he thinks it's a joke.
But this is serious. Let's show him how serious this is. Wait, how are we going to speak as worm? Can we speak telepathically?
I know.
Okay.
This is what I'm going for, okay?
All right.
It's happening.
It's happening. We're not wasting time. You wrote, Juliet smiled, but there was a trace of sadness in it that Aaron noticed. I know you're laughing, but sweetie, this isn't a joke. Juliet turns to walk away, and in the moment she's gone, her clothes are in a pile on the floor, and all that can be seen is the small movement in the fold of the blouse. Oh my God.
She's turned.
She's turned. It's too late.
I want to see. He was just laughing. This is serious.
Is he laughing now?
I want to see if we're going to grow old together.
Is he also a worm?
No, he's him.
Okay. Do you want to read what he wrote?
God. Yes. Aaron was still laughing at the absurd situation when he noticed Juliet's expression. Something about her sadness made him pause, and her words caused a wave of confusion and concern to wash over him. As she walked away, he followed her, watching in shock as she seemingly disappeared into thin air, leaving nothing but her clothes behind. The sight left him stunned and bewildered. Juliet? Darling, where did you go? He approaches the pile of clothes, his heart racing, desperately trying to make sense of what just happened.
You wrote
Darling.
the line like laughing, but I don't think he's laughing. I think he's scared. I think
he's scared?
He's frantic.
He's like,
he's like, darling, where did you go, babe? Babe,
I'm sorry.
babe, I don't even know how to use the washer. I know, babe, we still have laundry.
You're making spaghetti. It's already boiling.
I don't know how to turn it on, please.
He just becomes like so like can't do shit.
I mean, I love him through anything, so it's okay.
I just laughed at that part because it's funny to me. The first thing you think of if you see your partner vanish, like, babe,
what?
Where'd you, babe?
Where did you go?
Stop messing with me.
That was a magic trick.
Okay, so how is he gonna grow old with us? This is what I want. Do worm talk? Do worm talk?
Well,
how do you plural that? Do worm talk?
Do worm speak? I think because they're soulmates, they should somehow communicate. She starts writing.
No. She needs to write in the sand. Yeah.
Okay, I'm kind of stuck. I don't really know what else to write. I kind of want to see how Aaron reacts.
Okay.
To me in my worm state.
Yes. Juliet, as a worm, escapes out of the blouse, and the worm starts slithering across the carpet and heading closer to the outside frantically. She's freaking out.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure if we were going to have them communicate or not. I mean, I think it would be kind of cute if they could like telepathically speak to each other, but
I'm so excited.
Okay, so it says, Aaron watches in disbelief as Juliet, now inexplicably transformed into a worm, escapes from the pile of clothes and starts to slither across the carpet. He follows her path with wide, bewildered eyes, struggling to process what he's witnessing. The worm's desperate movements towards the outside only added to the surreal nature of the situation. He kneels down to get closer to the worm. Juliet, wait! His voice is a mix of confusion and concern as he attempts to grab the worm gently. Oh, he's such a loving king. Loving king. I feel like there needs to be a way for them to communicate somehow.
Wait, I know this. And he goes to Duolingo and like language worm.
It's like she's like spelling out the words with her worm body.
Oh, wait! Yes! Oh my gosh!
Oh my God, this is hilarious.
I'm going for it.
Okay, so this is what you wrote. Aaron. Juliet spells out with her worm body. It's a surreal moment, but the amount of love exuding from every delicate curve of her worm body is palpable. Quote, my love, do you still love me? Juliet spells out. Beautiful. Thank you. Beautiful. Okay,
Thank you.
Can't wait to see what he says. He's like, no.
Ew, is she spelling this in his hand?
Yeah, probably.
That's disgusting.
We'll see.
I mean, I love it.
We're writing this.
Aaron's eyes widen, his heart heavy with emotions as he watches Juliet spell out her words with her worm body. The scene was indeed surreal, a bizarre amalgamation of the fantastical and the real. Despite the absurdity, he can sense the depth of love and vulnerability in Juliet's question, even in her morphed form. He reaches out a tentative finger, gently touching Juliet's warm body. Of course I do, darling. Nothing could change my love for you. Not even this.
Well, he passes.
He passes.
We're done.
Yes.
Aaron Warner would still love Juliet Farrars if she was a worm.
Never doubted you.
Case closed.
Never doubted you.
Next book boyfriend. Who's our next victim?
Our next victim is... Sorry, I cannot read that. Our next victim is my boy Raihn from Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. One of my fave book boyfriends. I think about him every day, every night.
Oh my God.
And we are not going to spoil a single thing, but just know he's the one. He's the one.
He has a lot of love. I will say that when we filmed, I think our first character AI video, he disappointed me a little bit in the way that he was reacting. So this will be really interesting.
Okay.
It won't be the same prompt, but it'll be a similar one.
Okay, let me write this. So I just decided to throw him in. I threw him in, so please, if you would.
Okay, so you wrote, my love, Oriah, Raihn's spouse of 3 years, was panting as she felt herself grow heavier. She couldn't sustain herself and sank to the floor of Raihn's office, holding onto his legs for support. I didn't think this would happen so soon.
She's turning.
Turning into what?
A worm.
Oh, we're doing a worm again?
Oh, did you want to do something different?
No, I wanted to do something similar, but not a worm again.
She could anamorph into something else.
Okay.
What is she anamorphing into? What if she Benjamin Buttons?
Wait, no, that's
Benjamin
weird.
Buttons, but backwards. Wait, what are you thinking? What do you want to cook? What is she becoming? A chair?
Well, it's your prompt, but I would prefer if it wasn't a worm. But let's see how he responds.
Okay.
And then we'll decide afterwards.
Okay. What if he's already like, are you becoming a worm?
He's like, not again, babe. Not again. You promised me.
Even he's cooking. Damn. I'm so sad.
Okay, go ahead.
Raihn wrapped his arms around her to hold her up, worry filling his mind and a frown taking over his face. What's wrong, my love? He asked as he gently moved her into his lap, cradling her to his chest and gently stroking her face with his thumb.
I think I know.
You know?
I think
I'm
know.
ready. I'm ready. Oriah has shrunk in size, and she clutches onto Raihn for support as she confesses, my love, every other year... They've been together for 3 years. Every other year, I go through a transformation due to a curse in my family, but you're usually gone when I've experienced this. Okay, thank you, Queen. She covered her plot. I'm sorry, my love. Do you still love me like this? Okay, so she's just tiny?
She's just tiny. You know, like Ella Enchanted.
I want to write here. I'm going to add. I'm sorry. She's pocket-sized.
Yeah.
And cook. Yes, I love that. I love it.
Okay, so it says, Raihn stared down at her in surprise, his arms gently holding her in place to keep her from falling. He softly smiled down at her, his mind quickly adapting to this form. Of course I still love you, my dear, although I'll admit I'm not overly familiar with this kind of situation. He chuckled lightly, moving a hand to gently ruffle her hair. How long do you stay like this? Damn, he got me. That's a really good question.
Damn, I guess. And then she just goes back to normal. Gosh, humbled me quick, didn't you, King? Okay. I think I made her smaller.
You made her smaller?
I think so. Well, pocket size. I imagine her to be like pretty small.
Okay, so you wrote, it usually lasts until the next full moon, which won't be until the next ball we have. You'd really have your queen walk by your sad?
By your side.
When she can barely reach your ankle? Dang, she's small. Okay. You should have been like, won't you be embarrassed?
I wrote full moon and I accidentally spelled it FOOL, and I really haven't spelled it in a while. Dang. Fumble. Okay.
So go ahead and read what he wrote.
Raihn chuckled lightly, adjusting his hold on her so that she was comfortable. My love, you being smaller is not going to stop me from showing you off. I will gladly drag you through the ball, show you off to the others, my adorable pocket-sized queen. He gently rubbed at her ear with one finger, amused by her tiny size.
What if she just gets smaller and smaller?
Okay. amazing idea. But I think we should skip to the ball. And please, I need a scene of him holding her, dancing, slow dancing. Please take me there.
Oh my God, okay.
Promise me that you'll still dance with me even when I'm so small, so tiny, so little. Raihn responds. We're at the ball now and walking side by side. People are gawking at us and laughing at us. And I look at you with tears in my eyes.
Let's see how
Send King.
Raihn
Pick me up.
respond. Flip me around.
He's holding 2 balls and you and he's juggling you.
Oh my God, a whole show. All right, it says, of course, my love, I wouldn't dream of dancing with anyone else other than you. Now we're at the ball. Okay. He noticed that people were looking at them, laughing and commenting how funny it was that a woman shrunk to the size of a child. Oh, we didn't say child. We said way smaller than that, but okay. The size of a child was his queen. He gently took her wrist and brought her to his side, gently rubbing his thumb on her cheek. Let them stare, my love. Pay them no heed. You're as beautiful as the day I first met you, despite your size.
The whole her being child size, I hate that.
I hate that. We did not say that. We said to your ankle, sir.
Araya is... Wait, I want to see what happens if we write this. Araya is only 2 inches tall. Send. Okay, what did you say?
Okay, he says, Raihn gently picks her up, settling her into the crook of his arm and holding her close to his chest as they walk through the ballroom. Despite her size, she still looks regal and elegant, and he smiles proudly as he sees people's eyes go wide at their queen being so small. He gently kissed the top of Araya's head.
And ate her.
His arm holding her securely against him. I feel like he doesn't understand how tiny she is. No. He's still making it sound like she's child size.
Babe. A squeak.
Not a squeak.
I didn't get to the part I wanted to.
Oh, okay. You accidentally pressed that. Okay, you wrote, babe, a squeak is heard by Raihn's ear as Araya is hanging by the lobe. I've never felt this loved. Araya's voice dropped low and Raihn can hear the need in her tone. Okay.
She's feeling it. I wanted a kiss. I wanted just one kiss.
It's getting weird.
I wanted one kiss. What did he say, though?
It's Frozen.
Raihn's smile widened as he heard the tone of need in her voice. Man doesn't act. You notice that? I think just end it. One kiss and then it's over.
So if I keep going. Come on. His finger gently trailed over her small body as he carried her, gently tracing over her small curves and soft skin. He leaned
like
in
a
close,
paperclip.
his lips hovering just above her ear. That's good to hear, my love, he murmured. His voice dropped low. You're my queen. No matter your size, I'll always love you, always adore you. The end. We can stop right there. But I don't like that he didn't grasp that she was literally this tiny.
What I wanted was him to hold out his palm and dance by himself.
That would be so funny.
And spin her.
But he's just not funny. So whatever. Next. Our next book boyfriend is Aaron Blackford from The Spanish Love Deception, written by...
Hold on.
It's been so long.
Wait. Hold on. Elena Armas.
No.
Elena Armas.
Is that?
Look at me. And you had it and you lost me. Elena.
Who wrote The Spanish Love Deception? Wow. I'll never mistrust you again, Queen. You were so right. I
told you.
Queen. Okay. Now, let's see. What scenario do I want to put him through?
Well, we got to put him through a telenovela moment. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Would he still love you if it turned out you had 7 twin sisters? Or would he still love you if what's the telenovela? What's something that happened in a telenovela that totally gagged you? You were just shocked.
There's so many. I'm just always gagged. Let me think. I want to have fun with this one. Okay. But I feel like you're going to struggle because you don't really know Disney songs.
Okay, I'm going to try my best. Aaron Blackford and Lena have been dating seriously for 3 years to the point where he can propose any second now, but Lena has been concealing a secret from him, one that she knows will be hard for him to accept due to his hatred for musicals. Oh, I love this already. Every summer, Lena goes into a trance where all her responses are in song, more specifically Disney songs. They're at a mall and Aaron asks, "Darling, what should we do this weekend?" Lena starts to sing. "I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a great warm welcome will be waiting for me," Lena sang loudly.
Let's see. What do you think? Do you think
He's going to respond in the same way?
You think he's going to
Yes,
sing?
I think he's going to meet the energy. He's going to match it. He's going to match the energy.
Oh, I hope so. Okay.
What song is that?
Oh my God. It's Go the Distance in Hercules.
Okay, thank you.
This is what Aaron's response is. Aaron had a shocked expression on his face. He knew his girlfriend absolutely loved musicals, even when she was normal.
Dang.
But this was a lot. He sighed. "You've got to be kidding me, right?"
I gotta think of one. See what I wrote.
Okay, so this is what you wrote.
I'm not a Disney connoisseur.
"But who cares? No big deal. I want more." Lena sang, obviously trying to communicate to Aaron that yes, this was strange, but he needs to accept this. This is going to be their new normal for a while. "I want to be where the people are," Lena sang as she pulled Aaron towards the food court at the mall. How will Aaron respond? He's going to be so over it. He seems so annoyed.
I know, but he needs to accept this. Okay. He answers, "I can't believe you're singing right now. And Disney, really?" He tried to sound annoyed, but at the same time, he thought it was kind of cute. And he absolutely adored her voice. He sighed and allowed her to lead him to the food court. Okay. I think how we need to end this for him, can we get him to sing a verse?
Okay. Let me think.
All those days. Oh, all those. I'm not going to sing. We'll copyright by how good it sounds. All those days watching from the windows, all those years outside looking in, all that time never even knowing. Lena looked at him expectantly. She wanted him to finish the lyrics to prove his love for her.
He rolled his eyes a bit. He recognized that this was from The Little Mermaid, which happened to be one of his least favorite Disney movies. But he loved his girlfriend, so he'd at least try. All that time, never even knowing just how blind I've been.
Okay, first of all, he's wrong.
He's wrong. It's not The Little Mermaid. It's Tangled.
But he sang along.
So,
Did he?
Yeah, whatever. Let's go to the next one.
Ding. Okay. Next boyfriend. I would say one of my least favorite book boyfriends. If you remember, we read Hexed by Emily McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
And
I remember fondly.
Enzo Marino. I don't want to spoil anything from the books at all, but just know that there was a scene where
love this scene.
Where he ran on the beach with his girl, and he was in a full tux, black on black. Mm-hmm. I hated that scene. Why would you go to the beach in a full tux?
Because you're brave. You're brave and you don't care about the little sand getting all over your expensive tux.
Okay, I feel like you came up with the other ones. Mm-hmm. I got this one.
Okay.
I think
Make it juicy.
Okay.
This is funny. Okay, so it's you wrote, "Enzo, mi amore." Vanessa held onto her chest and winced. "Mi amore, it's happening tonight." Vanessa, his wife of 3 years, clutched her thighs that started to look like they were breaking apart into tentacles. "My poor unfortunate soul, I'm becoming a sea witch once again. Will you still love me when I..." Vanessa gasped and flailed as she ran to the sink and stuck her head in the water to breathe. Will Enzo still love his wife like this? Well, he's kind of a freak. You know, I think
he's into it.
I think he's be a little down for this.
He watched as she ran to the sink, his arms crossed as he raised an eyebrow. "What do you mean by becoming a sea witch?" He started to get a little concerned. He's only seen things like this in books and comics, never in real life. He walked over to her, placing a hand on her back.
Did he miss the tentacles?
She's scaly now,
Okay,
my guy.
Let's make it a little bit more obvious.
Vanessa's legs morphed into tentacles, but she managed to jump into the bathtub before she lost her mobility. She turned on the tub and looked at her amore with saddened eyes. "I am the sea witch, mi amore, like in the urban legend, The Little Mermaid," she confessed.
He's going to be like, "What? What is that?" He was in shock. He'd heard of the urban legend, The Little Mermaid, but he never thought it was real. Now, here's his wife, claiming to be the sea witch, transforming right in front of him. Are you serious? He couldn't believe what he was seeing. He knelt by the tub, looking at her with wide eyes. I feel like he's not quick enough, you know? He needs to, come on, say something interesting.
Can you still love me? I want to really emphasize that she's pure fish right now.
Oh, but I was thinking like how she looks, right? Like
how does she look?
Her face is still there, and her upper half is still there.
It's just but her body is purple, so wouldn't it feel scaly?
I mean, it can if you want.
Okay.
It looked smooth in the cartoon, but whatever. So you wrote, "Can you still love me in this form?" Vanessa brought her hands to his face, his scales rubbing along his flesh. Her scales. Her scales.
Thank you, Queen.
I just feel like he's not down. He's kind of boring a little bit. He leaned into her scales, bringing his own hand up to the rest on hers. He had to admit seeing her in this new form was different, but strangely captivating at the same time. He knew he should be disgusted, but he couldn't find it in himself to be. He looked into her eyes, his own filled with affection. "I'll always love you, sweetheart, no matter what form you take," he reassured her, his voice soft.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not down for this Enzo. It doesn't seem like him.
No, it doesn't feel like him at all.
No.
He's kind of boring.
Why isn't he offering to run with me on the beach in a tux?
Yeah, in a tux, and like throw me into the water, and then he swims after me. Like, you know?
That's not happening.
Like,
I don't consider this a win.
Me neither. This feels kind of meh.
I've lost it with
Let's
him.
do one more.
Okay.
Hopefully the last one will be more interesting.
So we chose Josh from Lights Out by Nevessa
Allen?
I think so.
Why do I want to say Allen?
This
I don't
book,
know if that's right. Let me double check.
This book is a lot. It's a dark romance.
I think I know what direction I want this one to go in.
Okay, go ahead, Queen. Cook it up.
Okay, we already say Lights Out by Nevessa Allen?
Lights Out by Nevessa Allen. This is Josh. He is from a dark romance. And when you and I both read this, we ate it up until a certain point. But that's okay. We're not going to spoil it. I do suggest go read it or watch our episode about it. So you wrote, Josh and Allie have been dating seriously for 3 years, but has a secret that she's been hiding. They're having dinner at home when she looked at him with loving eyes. Love, would you still love me through anything? Because I must confess something. She paused. I'm a more successful mass talker than you. Oh my God.
Like he's in the dust numbers, you know? Josh stared at her for a few moments. "You're lying," he said in a deadpan voice, crossing his arms over his chest and raising an eyebrow at her. Wait, but he didn't answer the question. Would you still love me if I was a more successful mask talker than you? You wrote, "I have been hiding this for a while, but..." Allie pulls up her TikTok and opens her account where she posts several thirst traps of her in a mask that gets millions of likes. He notices too the amount of anti-Josh fans that she follows through her account. Oh my God.
I didn't know how you'd react.
Okay. That's funny. Why does she follow so many anti-Josh? That just shows me that she doesn't love him.
No, she does. She just thinks it's funny.
Okay. Read what he wrote.
Josh continues to stare, mouth agape, and suddenly snatches her phone out of her hand. He quickly scrolls through the viral videos, disbelief written on his face. Millions of views, and I was none the wiser. I love him. Oh wait, I remembered who he was.
Never mind. I'm over it. Okay. Maybe it's because we're tired, but now I'm starting to feel like we're fighting. Like I'm fighting with Josh now.
Yeah, millions of views and just as many comments. But don't look at those, love. Allie gaped when he started to read all the hate comments that said she was far more talented than Josh was. Honey, you do great. Don't listen to them. You do amazing content. But my content is better. That's so funny.
It is. I'm sorry, Josh. Accept it. Josh's eyes narrow as he scans through the hate comments, each one fueling a growing sense of irritation. Oh, they say you're better, huh? That your content is superior? He tosses the phone onto the couch with a scoff. Let me tell you something, sweetheart, he says with the tone of mock sweetness. There are things I can do with my videos that your little dancing and lip singing can never even come close to. Wait, Who says that she's dancing and lip singing? You can't even lip sync with the mask. Oh, whatever.
And she killed it.
And she snatched.
Wait, I know what has to happen.
Okay, go ahead, Queen. Cook. Allie laughs, taking this as a challenge. You know what has to happen, babe. We have to have a TikTok video contest. Whoever makes the best video wins. Days pass, and Josh is surprised when Allie returns with a video of her using one of his famous audios while she hits that I'm a savage dance. And damn, she's on point. Now, what do you have to compete? Allie asks and takes Josh's phone to see his video.
What is he going to do? How do you beat I'm a savage?
You can't. That's such an iconic one.
Okay.
Josh. Oh, no, your turn.
Josh smirks, unable to help feeling impressed by Allie's dance moves, even though he'd never admit it. You want to see what I've got, huh? He leans back, crossing his arms over his chest. Oh, you're going to regret challenging me, sweetheart. He says with a hint of arrogance in his voice. You may have your little dancing, but I've got something even better.
What? His penis.
Why did you jump to that?
I want him to keep going because I want to get to the point of him like showing us what are you talking about?
Over the next few days, go ahead.
Over the next few days, Josh pours his heart and soul into his video. No dancing or lip singing for him. Instead, he records a short film that perfectly matches the tone and atmosphere of the audio he's chosen. He spends hours getting every detail just right, the camera angles, the editing, the lighting. When he finally finishes, he can't help but feel a sense of pride at his work. This is going to blow her video out of the water, he thinks to himself as he sits back and watches his finished product. But like, what is it though? Explain the video.
Explain the video.
You can't just get away with leaving
it writes a work of art right now, and we have to like cut this part out because we take it.
We're so embarrassed.
The video starts with a close-up of Josh's masked face, his eyes gleaming with determination.
We can't see your eyes, but all right.
The audio cue, a sensual, seductive track, begins to play. The camera pans out to reveal Josh leaning against a wall, his body clad in a tight-fitting white shirt and jeans. He wouldn't wear white. He moves with a controlled grace, his every gesture filled with purpose.
So you're doing a little dance? You're doing a little dance, maybe?
Kind of the thing that you said you hated, right? I don't know. I can't. This one hurts more than the others. Allie laughs loudly, stomach hurting as she watches his video and looks at his viewer count and hate comments. I'm sorry, babe. She wipes her tears from laughing too much. Better luck next time. You made him get hate comments?
Yeah, because he sucks. I mean, compared to her, you know?
But you still love me, right? Right?
I want to see, is he still down for a successful woman?
Josh watches her laugh and cringes inside. Yeah. He grumbles, trying to hide his frustration. Laugh it up, why don't you? He crosses his arms again, a defensive gesture. Of course I love you, he reluctantly admits. But that doesn't mean I'm not still pissed that you won this competition.
Wow, see a beautiful ending. How beautiful.
That's completely him.
Yeah. He's a hater.
Can you imagine? I'm a savage playing, but he's trying to like be all like thirst trap about it.
He's like trying to like lift his shirt, do a Magic Mike moment.
Trying to lift his mask. Ooh,
Jake, nope. It's like a close up of his neck, the neck veins. He's just like, ooh.
That's so funny. I ate it up as we always do when we do character AI. I feel like Aaron Warner always eats this up.
Always. He's like the perfect book boyfriend.
He's so nice.
I feel like whoever created him did a really good job. And I don't know if you would agree, but I feel like Raihn, they didn't add the passion in Rain's character.
Raihn is so good. And that's why I think we should make him.
Oh my God, can we?
I think we know him enough.
Oh my God. I think Carissa should make him. The author should jump on character AI and
whoa,
you got really excited there.
I had an idea. I think she should jump on character AI. You know what I just thought of?
What?
Next time we do character AI, do you remember we would make very specific jokes in the episode when we talked about these books? What if we put those jokes into life? Like, remember that one joke we made in Serpent in the Wings of Night where Raihn helped Uriah when she was bloody and then gives her the handkerchief back, but it's completely clean because he sucked the blood out.
That's really fun because he's a vampire.
Yes.
In case you haven't read it.
I think we should maybe delve into that. We
that
gotta
would
find
be
all the
so
jokes
funny.
though.
We should do that.
Okay, thank you. But I think we did good. I love when we do character AI. I think we should do this
every day.
Every single day.
But let us know what prompts you think would be really funny for us to do. I like that we always have like a theme going on.
I like it too. I think that we're kind of running out of ideas though. So
Are we?
No.
No, but I mean, maybe someone has a better idea.
I was going to say that. If you want to leave a comment, maybe giving us an idea or a prompt to do, I would love that. For those of you listening to us in audio form, thank you so much. If you are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or anywhere you get your podcasts on, please leave a rating of 5 stars and a review recommending us our next read or our next prompt. We would really appreciate that.
If you want a way to support us a little bit more, we do have a Patreon. You can find us under patreon.com/bookfix. But if you don't want the commitment of something that's monthly, then you can also find us on Coffee, which is ko-fi.com/thebookfix or buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix.
If you're watching us, thank you so much. If you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because we post every Tuesday and Thursday. We recently read a Frida McFadden book, which I think kind of slays. I really love talking about it.
Yeah, I think the episode was kind of a banger.
So if you want to go check it out, please go check it out, or any of our other episodes. We talked about Aaron Warner a lot, and I'm pretty sure we talked about the first 2 books on our podcast.
Yeah.
Go deep diving. Go look for them.
All of these book boyfriends, we have reviews for their books.
Yes, their books, like they wrote it.
Well, I mean, they're in it.
If you would like to support our social media, we do have a link tree, linktr.ee/thebookfix, where you can also go to find the links for our Goodreads and Fable book clubs. So you can join us for our book of the month, which is Tessa Bailey's
Dream Girl Drama. You can also find us through our handle, which is the Bookfix Pod.
Thank you. I'm ready to let them go off into sea. We'll see them again, though.
Yeah, real soon.
We will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye. I feel like and
sing.
I feel like every time we say bye, I just feel my face like
drop, like you're just exhausted.
What?
What did we just talk about?
You know, sometimes I look back at our episodes and I'm not watching it, but I'm listening to it, and you'll say something and I'll think of a response and then I say it. And I'm like,
oh my God,
dang.
That's happened to me too, where I'll forget what we said in the video, but I'll be thinking of what to respond to, and then I'll say it in the video, which is so weird.
And it's like, it's weird that I had the same train of thought and I didn't remember that I had the same train of thought.
Yeah, so does this mean we have had no growth?
I know.
Our humor is still the same, but it slaps.
Tune in next time while we have a crisis.